Well, welcome to the second day of Dirty Baggers, and last night we stayed in the Bose Hotel. Very nice too. Right, we found a nice road, the 686 I believe, down to Penrith, and we're going to see how far we get before we have to blat it on a straighter road. But alright Mossy, right, onward bound. Welcome to the mothership. Oh, I'm horny.
Dirty Baggers, in association with Knockhill.
So we are on the A686, and according to our landlord last night, he reckons it's voted in the top 10 of Great British driving roads. So a lot to live up to, I guess.
Mate, I've been here, and he's right.
Is he?
Yeah.
Could do with some chevrons, my Nige.
Use your eyes, man.
How you feeling, Mossy? Are you ready for another?
Not bad, another stint. How many miles today? All about 300?
I think about 280, 300 maybe. Yeah, depending on how far we get down.
That sounds all right on these. I mean, that first day was pretty hard, wasn't it? 650, yeah. But and I reckon yesterday was a bit hard work for me as well. That was.
I tell you what, I found it harder than I thought I would. Yeah.
Man, yeah, I'll tell you, it's easy to sound optimistic in the mornings, isn't it? It's when the sun goes out. Yeah. Yeah. And it's dark and horrible, and you're trying to pick your way through the bloody corners. We've gone back to a shitty road again.
Oh God, yeah.
Tell you, man, makes a massive difference on these babies.
Oh, hello, knee down. No.
Well, with your elbow, your arse, and your shoulder, and your head, maybe.
That feels weird. Oh, blimey, I can see it on the map, mate. We are in for a treat.
Why aye? The best things come from up north, lad.
Well, that's debatable. Well, I had a stealth shit this morning for the first time in probably about 10 years. Mossy's, I think, what are you on, 7 or 8 now, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Mind you, nothing will beat the shit at the services on the A9. I delivered a payload like I've never seen before. And strangely, when I went to flush it, the toilet just filled and filled and filled. I'll tell you, for the first time, I was glad I had bloody proper waterproof gear on when I was having a poo. However, the lovely lady, when I said you might have a bit of a problem with your plumbing, just politely said, don't worry about that, son. I mean, I know they might be a bit big and heavy, but I'm enjoying the challenge of trying to get around these wet corners.
We've done 1,200 miles now, and I'm really comfortable on board this bike now. It's way more intuitive. Oh, look at this. I'm not. My sphincter isn't on its edge as I enter every corner or touch the brakes anymore. Up until yesterday, it was like that. Tight. Oh, look at this. Knee down, knee down. Oh yes. Oh look. Wow. Wow. I think we made the right choice here, haven't we?
Yes, indeedy. It certainly beats the M6, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or the A1M. Mind you, there is a sex shop on the A1M.
Where is that sex shop on the A1? No, just out of interest. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's for research purposes only.
This is very nice. Just got to remember, we're not in Knockhill. We're not on the circuit with consistent grip levels and.
I'll tell you, if it was Knockhill, I might have a go, but here.
So in case you hadn't noticed, I'm aboard the BMW K 1600B. B is for Bagger. And I'm just trying to tune in my radio. I can't get any signal around here. I've got some booming speakers. I mean, this thing is the ultimate in toys, really. It's got everything on it. Obviously, goes without saying, TC, ABS and all that jazz. Fully electronic suspension. It's really comfy. We've got heated seat, heated grips. The screen goes up and down. Oh, hang on. Screen goes up and down like this. Like so. We've got obviously the BMW spinny wheel of everything, which controls everything, and it is, I mean, it's so heavy and so obnoxiously big, but you don't feel it once you're on the move. But I will say though, it's taken me 2 days really to get used to it to feel normal. And as I said, I'll just knock it down a gear. The best thing about this bike is the engine. It's an M3 on 2 wheels. The sat nav is a Garmin, and then it's so easy to use. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people don't like Garmins. They're a bit fiddly, but whoa, blooming hell, it's windy again. It's still windy. Wind update, it's still windy. The brakes, I'd like a bit more in the braking department. They are linked brakes, so you really need to give it a handful when you're trying to stop, because it's you know, as I said, it's about half a ton of metal. I mean, really, if you're given the torque and the sheer grunt at the bottom, you could leave it in 6th gear, and I've often done that. I've pulled up to the lights and gone to pull away in 6th and gone, oh, I've stalled it. Oh, but it gives you that sense of automatic, and really you only need to knock it down to the lower gears to give it some noise to enjoy the soundtrack. And it's good. Yesterday, after doing a couple of laps at Knockhill, this is why I think a lot of the bike tests should be based at a track. I think Mallory Park do it. They take you on the track to learn, not the limits of the bike, but it encourages you in a safe environment to understand the bike's dynamics and how it works, and get you comfortable. Because now I am very comfortable on this. I feel I could do anything on this bike now. It's not a bike that you jump on with an hour demo ride and feel comfortable on it straight away. You won't. It will feel alien. I hated it at first. Now I genuinely love this bike. And you just have to wind your neck in a bit, because every now and again you get a bit keen and you go to brake. That wind's not helping there. You go to brake and you realise that you ain't going to stop. Like I said, it does handle. We just got to give it some credit and allow the confidence to come naturally. Oh my word, what a section of road. This is a real struggle keeping it on the road. I've got to say that after all I've said just then, keeping it on the road. Whoa, Hartside Summit, here we go. 90, oh wow, oh my word. Look at this. Oh, we got some signal. Hang on.
The greatest hits.
The greatest hits.
Sound.
Whee. And they change direction so well, it's ridiculous. Oh, sharp right. The change of direction is rapid. It's just what you do with it on the other side of the arc. When you get it onto the side, you just got to be a bit careful. Oh, what a corner. What a corner. Yeah, it's just the brakes that kind of, I'm surprised there isn't a bit more attention on the brakes really, because I guess, you know, I don't think a lot of the owners will be riding like we are and going on roads that we're going on, but oh well. I just look a little bit more, I just like a little bit more bite and a bit more confidence on that initial dissection of the lever. Now this looks fun on the sat nav, but let's not dwell on the insignificant negatives of this bike. What this does well is mile munching, and you know, I'd struggle to think of a better bike to do what we've done. It's super comfy, it's super smooth, the ride is ridiculous. You know, the suspension, everything about this bike is silken. I mean, look, it's got a face only a mother could love. It looks like an M3 has gone into the A-Team's shed and had sex with an American Dodgem, and this is the result. So look, you know, you're not going to open a garage and get a Casey Stoner, but pure function, it ticks every single box imaginable. I'd like a top box though. I'd like a top box, please, Norwich. Thanks. 2,000 miles.
It's very far.
It's very far.
It's colder.
I've got to say, the 686 has kind of lived up to its expectation. I like the fact there's no cameras here. I mean, this whole, don't get me wrong, the north is a beautiful place. You've got by far better roads than we have down south. Obviously the drivers are slightly more controversial. Come on mate, get a bus through there. I just have. Yeah, the roads are ruined by average speed cameras everywhere. I don't know what it is. I hope the rest of the country doesn't go down that route.
It's a great, competent and much better balanced bike than you might think, but you cannot afford to get stuff wrong at all when you're trying to get a bit of a move on. It's super exacting, but it really is something, man. This is when it's a bit lucky to be a bike journalist, because not ordinarily, if I was just a bike guy, I wouldn't even look at something like this, but all I'll say is, if you ever get the chance to ride one, get on it. It's just such a surreal experience. There's Al obviously giving it large on his BM, and like him, this, like his bike, this is not short of power and easy to access power. Fuck me, is that bloke turning right on the corner? I suppose he should really, because he lives there. It's first class travel. Nobody's saying it's the last word in performance. I'm not trying to say that. I'm simply saying it's easy to gain speed. And the chassis is equally surprising. This bike weighs about 360 kilos. That's before you put me, my buddies, my bags and everything else I've brought on this trip on. I bet you it's getting on for 500k when it's fully loaded up. But the ease with which you chuck it about is remarkable, nothing short of. It just shouldn't do what it does. I'm not saying, you know, it's your next sports bike, but it was not at all intimidating round Knockhill once I got a few laps in and knew how to handle it. There's so many bloody buttons on this thing. I mean, the guy who dropped it off tried to talk me through it, but I just said, mate, I'm in a bit of a rush, I'll work it out. As yet, I'm still to realise what every single button does. Look at that view. Let's break off from this bike for a minute. Look at that. You can see why lads come up here on the bikes. I mean, phew, Jesus. It's awesome. It's like being in Switzerland almost. Yeah, DCT on a bike like this is absolutely perfect. I mean, it's like seamless shifting. I can just concentrate on everything else, like trying to stay on the bloody thing, when all this business of changing gear is done very cleverly, very well, very effectively by the electronics. But it definitely helps to stave off the bad weather, this bike. The fairing is absolutely mint. Ride position 2, it's like being, you know, it's like being at home on your sofa, man. But it's a very fast sofa. You know, I mean, look, I've got to get this right, but it tips in rather nicely. It's got big fat tyres, and it weighs an absolute ton. But if you want, you can hustle it. You just can't, you can't afford to get it wrong. I'm not embarrassed to say I really like and rate this bike. Things I thought I'd never say about. Before I was a bike journo, I would never ever predict even having a slight fondness for something like this, but I really do rate it. Sat-nav's a bit basic, by the way. If you want to sort of program stuff in, it's a bit long-winded. In short, in assessment of this bike, in just a few words, excess all areas, but really endearing as well. And I didn't really think I would say that in a hurry.
Just stopped for a bit of luncheon. Where are we? Ingleton? Ingleton.
Somewhere up north.
Classy little co-op number. So I've gone for some Pepper Army chicken bites. pepped up, and a chimmer sandwich. Yeah.
And I've gone for the same because it's easier.
Yeah.
I need some hand sanitizer because I'm very conscious.
Oh, actually, I've got some in the it's in the box here. Thank you.
You brought some with you?
Hang on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we got here, Mossy.
So I don't know, you said knock off to bloody hell, e-buy gum, I think is the appropriate reaction.
There we go, Mossy.
Good work. Does it?
We've got a little handy spray.
Oh, it's written.
Yeah. Mossy, you've done a selection of villages to stop by, haven't we?
Villages? These
or
are
towns.
northern
Right.
towns, the old fruit.
We're on a route that you know quite well, aren't we?
Quite well, maybe is pushing it.
Okay, fairly well.
I know it well enough, I think. I've done it a few times and I like it. I'm just hoping you like it too.
Well, it beats the M6, that's for sure.
Oh man, by a mile.
I mean, realistically, I think we are going to have to break protocol and hit the M6 at some point today, because we need to get to as far south as we can to make day 3 and Land's End as easy as possible. So but yeah, we've already done some amazing roads, and apparently this is we're about to have some more nice roads. It won't beat that pass though, will it?
Not in a hurry.
No.
I think you'll like it, but no, that is a bit of a spectacular one. I mean, as Ian said last night, it's up there in the top 10 roads of the country.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got a strap hanging really close to your back wheel.
Okay, mate, thank you. I'm going to pull over a minute, Mossy. The straps come loose.
Does it look as though it could have got in the wheel?
Nah.
Right, are you ready?
As you are, yeah.
I can't see.
Go on, yeah.
Oh, mind you, I have learned when you say go on that there isn't traffic for the next few feet. I tell you, I had a few moments yesterday when I was passing.
Well, he's got to open the throttle, mate, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we were saying the halcyon days of motorcycling.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to get down on it, but I'll tell you what's triggered my thoughts on this. There are so many average speed cameras.
Yeah.
And I just think in the next few years, there's just got to be even more. There's so much traffic. I just think the freedom that me and you had in earlier years is sort of, it's not coming to a close full stop, but it's restricted.
So is this the Yorkshire Dale? No, we're not. Is this
It is, yeah.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
Did you empty bins out?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Fucking hell, great story.
I was a bin man. I used to make cheese at a cheese factory. I was a landlord at a pub. I was a recycling, what do they call it? A recycler and a bin man. And I used to make plastics in a plastics factory.
The rain came down, and it came down. Unfortunately, this was over the Yorkshire Dales, so we lost a lot of GoPro footage because the mics got really wet.
I mean, I can picture it now. I'm going through the gooseneck in Cadwell.
Update. We're on the motorway. And it's shit. Well, welcome to Bristol. We decided to camp up in Bristol for the night. Probably could have made it a bit further south, but we're both freezing cold and soggy. So we found a nice little travel lodge, and we're going to base ourselves here tonight. Up early, just a couple of 100 miles really, and a couple of 100 miles back. But yeah, seems a bit strange not going home when I live a few minutes down the road, but we thought it would go against the ethos of the trip. This Scooby fucking wants it, doesn't he? Eh? But I've never been so happy to rock up to a travel lodge. £29 for the evening. And of course Filton, home of Airbus and the A380. Patchway Kebab House. Oh, hello you beauty. Come to Papa. Well, morning from the Travel Lodge, Bristol, Filton. Went down to see Raj last night, didn't we?
We did.
Tier 2, Bristol back in Tier 2, so we had a curry.
And very fine it was.
And very fine it was.
Remind me, what did you dine on Al last night?
Well, I went for the sheet kebab starter, followed by chicken chili masala.
Ooh.
Chicken tikka chili masala.
Sounds very exotic.
Which came out this morning quite like
Oh.
it went in.
So you weren't stealth this morning then?
No.
Thanks a lot. See you later. You too. Thank you. Yeah, just talking to those guys, they're Amazon drivers, and they've got on average about 250 drops to do today.
Bloody hell.
While we go off on a jolly to Land's End.
Hey, it's work, Mossy. Good morning, Bristol. So we're not going to do the easy route. We're going to go out of Bristol, through town, well, through a bit of town, and I'm going to show you a bit of rave history from the late 90s, early noughties.
A bit of what history?
Rave history, Grandad.
Oh, rave.
Rave,
right.
Yeah.
Were you part of that history then, Al?
I was, it was indeed, yeah.
Did you do pretty classic moves while you were jigging to the music?
Jig into the music.
Got any pictures? Pull any birds? Get into any scraps?
Well, no comment.
I do like these adventures because you get out of bed with a massive
boner.
No. As I said that, I thought, here we go, could be misconstrued. Massive purpose, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this is the big day in many ways, isn't it?
Oh,
because we're getting to the end.
Exactly, this is the main event, yeah.
This is, do we collect the trophy at the end?
I hope so. I hope it's a bit more eventful than the John O'Groats thing, because that felt a bit weird, didn't it?
Man, it was flat. It was like, what are we doing here? Why have we sat on a bike for 16 hours? How many miles a day then, Al? About 250?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. Probably a bit more because we're going the slightly scenic route, but...
See, it all sounds dead easy when you say it quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and then you've got to do the other 250 on the way back.
Yeah, so it's a 500-mile day.
Yeah. Oh, it's Raj, look.
Should we toot him?
Yeah. Oh, Raj.
Oh, there he is. Love you. I think we were saying last night, actually, you're definitely doing this just for the thing to put on your CV. The journey itself, in places, is fab, but is generally not to be salivated over, is it?
No.
However, if you know, to do it as fast as you can is absolutely ruining the massive opportunity.
I agree, yeah.
If you do it over 5 days, choose a proper good route.
I think that's what I would have liked to have done, is had an extra day just to chill a bit more and pick the nice routes, because that motorway bit last night was horrendous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and ridiculously wet. Do you know Bristol well then, Al?
I do. I used to live on this very road. I'll show you. I'll show you my house.
Good times.
The best times. I had the summer of 2007 was the best year of my life without fail. Yeah. There's some awesome pubs. I love Bristol. If I could afford to live here, like in the centre of Bristol, I would do. But
oh right, is your heart here then?
Oh yeah.
Good man.
Yeah. So my house is just up here on the left, just up there.
Oh yeah. What's the street name?
God, hang on. Belmont Road. Belmont Road.
Memorable.
Bristol Flyer, classic.
I take it they probably know you in there, do they?
Probably, yeah. Pipe and slippers, another classic. Oh, red.
I'll tell you, these bikes turn heads, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you come down with a Panigale and they'll be like, oh, what?
Yeah. What's that red blotch all about? Mind you, right, what's the most head-turning bike you've ever ridden? And I've got one that just commanded attention from everyone.
You're going to say Nikon, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, not surprised.
You can't be shy and reserved.
I think it was a Victory Vision.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's off again.
Turbo Island. As we make our way further south down Gloucester Road, Cheltenham Road. This is the true raving capital, Lakota down there.
Dakota?
Lakota! Probably one of the best clubs in the world.
How many clubs
Blue
have
Mountain.
you been to in the world, Al? Come on. Right, there's a lot of glass there, mate.
Where?
Under your wheels.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think of Crocs?
Oh mate, don't even get me started. They should be banned. Absolutely banned.
I love them. And a certain man who rides a motorcycle very fast indeed loves them.
I
Do you
don't
want
care.
any clues? I'll give you a few clues. He's from Coventry and he doesn't mind telling it how it is.
Well, he's a cock as well. Oh man, look at this. Look, just
pretty, man.
just beautiful.
Pretty. Now, what do you think of these as city bikes then?
I mean, to be fair, I mean, obviously you've got the advantage with the DCT and no clutch.
Yeah.
I think that would come in handy. Oh, yeah. But no, I think they're not too bad. They're all right. They're a bit, they're big. That's the issue, isn't it?
It's huge. Yeah, if it's quiet and you use bus lanes, I think you're onto a winner.
So you're the expert. I mean, how many years did you do in London on
10
the
years
commuting?
dispatching in London, yeah, and didn't die.
Well,
I
yeah.
tried a few times.
How many cars did you hit?
Not so bad. You think I'm a bit reckless, don't you? And I probably get the impression you think I'd be in the double figures. I hit 2.
Bloody
In
hell.
fact, that's not true. 2 of them hit me. I had a lot of tip-offs though. Doing 10 hours riding and every day around London, you're bound to have the odd blick, aren't you? So is that Bristol done then?
Yeah, I think we'll still see Clifton Suspension Bridge in your mirrors.
Good. Yeah, good.
That's about it. That's it, done. Well, from the beauty of Bristol to the buggery of Bridgewater, yeah, I mean, we just trundled down the A38. Wouldn't recommend it in the slightest, but yeah, it's a bid to get off the motorway, and here we are, Bridgewater, straight down to Minehead on the A39, and then we're gonna attack the Porlock to Lymouth Road and enjoy the scenery. I think we're gonna swap bikes soon as well when we get some fuel, but in the meantime, we'll check back later. Right, we just stopped for some gasoline, and it's swapsies time. Oh, I'm not sure I'm looking forward to it. Oh, blimey.
Hey,
There's no clutch.
Divot knock my bike, lad.
How do you get rid of the brake on it?
There's a look to the left,
Yeah.
by the tank,
Yeah.
and there's a lever. Just no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got it. Just pull it up ever so slightly,
yeah.
and it'll click back down. How do you start this baby?
There's a button on the right hand side.
It's not going. Do I need to be in neutral or something?
Yes. Oh, it does sound good, this, actually.
Oh man, it's a proper bike. If I hear any slating, you'll be in trouble.
I still think the BMW sounds better, but drive.
What the fuck do you know?
Hey.
I know, you'll find that weird to begin with, I'm sure. Stay there, missus.
Oh wow, this is weird. It doesn't feel like it. Okay, it's really progressive. It's not as flickable, and it doesn't feel as light as the BMW.
Give it a chance, lad. Now, I do take your point. It's got a sort of sportier feel. Are we left here, Al?
Yeah. I'm in sport mode now, and it's a little bit livelier. Have you tried it in sport mode?
No.
The throttle's lethal.
Lethal?
Yeah.
What, just too...
Abrupt.
too responsive?
Yeah. But it's much quicker. I don't know why you were fanning around in tour mode for. Mate, this is unreal. This has brought this puppy alive.
Yeah, I should have tried that really, because I did get caught out by you a few times.
It's absolutely ridiculous now.
Big difference.
Yeah, massive.
Right.
But the throttle's too choppy.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, is it weird seeing the suspension? I mean, again, it's obviously...
Yeah, the fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah. This is a fucking totally different motorbike, man.
This is definitely a more compact. It feels like a It feels more compact and shorter and smaller.
Big style. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I say. All the clocks and everything are much closer,
Yeah.
aren't they? This is sort of, it's not as stable.
No,
Doesn't
it's not.
have quite the planted
No,
feel.
no.
And it, like I say, there's some relative vibration. I don't know, to call it raw is a bit harsh, but it's not as refined as that baby, is it?
No.
It's not been a finishing school.
Yeah,
Patience,
just for the
Timothy.
moment, I want to go back to Tour because the throttle was just too
Yeah, too
aggressive.
abrupt.
Yeah.
Well, now, so at a wet Knockhill, would I have been
Oh, you
better off
did.
in top?
Definitely, definitely. Or then I would have, down the straights, I would have switched to Sport.
I bet you've got used to it already.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got used to this quicker than I got used to the BMW.
I'll tell you what I've just done though, I've just read the fucking thing out, expecting things to alter, but you have to change gear.
I was going to say, I've just gone for the gear shift here. Don't forget you got a clutch.
Yeah.
Let's go Sport mode for the launch. Oh, bloody hell! Fucking hell! Did you see that? This was spinning all the way. What an animal!
So no traction control.
No, I mean it was on the limit of traction, so the traction
Right.
was kicking in. But
Was it kicking? Yeah.
wow, what a bike!
I mean, it might have a lot less horsepower. It's not slow, is it?
No, no. Oh, this is lovely though. This corner's, oh mate, this is a joy.
So are you saying that the reason I did okay at Knockhill is because I was on the better bike? Fuck's sake.
Possibly.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
But I mean, it just feels straight away. It fills you full of confidence.
I mean, this is shuffling about on all the road imperfections. I bet that's not, is it?
No, it really surprised me. This really surprised me. I love the engine. I love DCT. It handles better.
Yeah.
Oh, blooming hell. Puddles.
It feels nervous, this baby, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it does.
Relatively speaking.
It doesn't track the road as well as this. That's for
Fucking
sure.
terrible. I am not ready to boogie on this
You're not?
yet, and I don't think I will be for a while.
No, I don't blame you. It took me a while. This feels planted. It feels really
proper
good.
solid, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It belittles its stature really, because you look at it and think there's no way this could do this, what it's doing, and it really does feel like you can boogie on it. Oh mate, I can just see it. This is unbelievable. The confidence you get.
You're
It's
taking
so
on you.
much more precise and
It's solid, isn't it?
Solid, yeah.
That's the main thing. I mean, you're looking fairly comfy there.
Welcome to Porlock Hill, the wonders of the Porlock to Lambeth Road. Oh, I love this place, love this road. It's my happy place. It's one of my happy places anyway. It's quiet, surface is decent, and the panoramas are just beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, what a way to spend a Sunday. Oh, piss off, you utter holiday makers. Two birds having a fight? And no, we're not in Bridgewater. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is I think that's pretty much it now. We're going to straight line it to Land's End and get there at a decent time so we can have a bit of daylight and enjoy the moment. Things have gone crazy the last 24 hours. Tier 4 has been announced. Christmas is over. Scotland is now closed, so we literally did it within 24 hours of the country being closed. We managed to get there. Get to John O'Groats, and it's just been, well, just a crazy time. Wow. I mean, that's not crazy though. Well, you join us folks with just 10 miles to go. 10 miles to Land's End. My enthusiasm is dwindling, much like my body heat. My advice, if you're going to do this trip during the winter, is don't do it. Simple as that. In the summer, fine. Just don't do it in the winter. Land's End, Bell End. I love Cornwall. I love Kernow. I love Kernow, mate. It's just a pain in the arse to get to. And if it wasn't for the fact that you have to drive 3 hours to get anywhere else, then I'd live in Cornwall. It's absolutely stunning. It's got everything except Northerners. Drift, what a place. Where do you live, Drift, mate? Oh yeah. Yeah, where'd you live? Drift. Oh yeah. Oh, Drift Garage. Yeah, no. Alright, Tear. Yeah, nice one. Go and see Tear down there. Yeah. As you can probably tell, I'm losing the will to live. Go on then, Nige. Fucking hell. 5 miles. Land's End. 5 miles. See, Land's End has an airport and John O'Groats has an airport. Just put yourself out the misery, get a plane. Well, we've done it, boys and girls. We've done it. What a slog. 1,838 miles in 4 days. Doesn't sound a lot, but trust me, that's a lot. I'm getting a bit emotional. Yay! Bingo! One way. Land's End. Well, here's Land's End. This is it. This is the crescendo. We can't even. Yeah. Well done, girls. Well done. Well done, boys. Well done, boys.
It's been enjoyable.
But yeah, there it is. North to south. Yeah.
How's your sense of achievement? Because mine isn't that high.
It's not that high. No. It's a bit like, oh,
Yeah, here we are then.
there's no grand ceremony, there's no welcome party, there's no.
I don't know, there's no bloody reason to be here. It feels so anticlimactic, doesn't it? It's like, so what? We're here, we've finished it, we've done loads of miles, but who cares? It'll be something to talk about down the pub maybe one fine sunny day. We've knocked it off the to-do list,
Definitely.
haven't
And I did say, I said you needed 2 things. You needed good kit and you needed 2 bikes. And that way you could make it down to, from John O'Groats to Land's End in the winter. Just don't bother.
we? Yeah.
Wait till summer.
Well, no, I think we can boast a bit more because we did it in the winter.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad actually. It was chilly at worst. The rain was hideous at times.
Yeah.
Hideous.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to drown on the M6 yesterday, and I thought you were going to be the cause of my drowning because of all the water coming off your bike.
But, you know, let's talk about the bikes briefly.
Yeah.
I mean, the BMW, for me, that engine is the centerpiece. It is the sound.
It's a goer.
It goes. It's just unbelievable.
I mean, it's keen from the off, but when you get to the healthier part of the power, it really buggers off, doesn't it? And it just gains speed. You have to go, oh, you bugger, and bash it up one or something, unless you're ready for it. I mean, it's a big, heavy bike to be rushing, isn't it?
You can tell it's heavy, yeah. Sat-nav's much better than the Hondas. It's got more toys. It doesn't look pretty at all.
It's quite ugly, isn't it?
It's quite ugly, yeah.
It's not a complete sort of visual package, is it? I mean, the panniers, what do we think of them?
Well, they're baggers. That's what it is. It's a B. B for bagger.
It's got about 60 different angles to it, hasn't it? And shapes. It's not the complete, lovely, finished unit that is.
And that is, it feels complete. It feels really
it's a
refined.
Very sorted bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
I still like this though. I think it's just got a bit more sporting intent for me. I think I could be a bit more aggressive with it and feel a bit more confident on it.
Does that mean you want to take that home?
Not necessarily.
because that's what I'm going to take home. This for me, I will ride this anywhere in the world.
That taken by.
Oh mate, I love it. Absolutely love
So
it.
it's not just
I thought I'd jump on the Honda after being on the BMW and be a little bit lackluster. I feel lackluster, or I don't know, just disappointed. Far from it. Totally the opposite. That is the one I'll ride home. So I'm glad I'm not. Well, hang on. Am I going to fight you for it?
Well, no, you're the boss, aren't you? If I fight you for it, I won't get paid. Well, ride that to Bristol, or to the point where we say goodbye and say thank God he's gone. I'll tell you, man, it's been a pleasure riding with you, though.
No, thanks, Mossy.
No,
thank you very much.
No bother, I've enjoyed it.
And thank you to Muck Off for keeping these puppies clean-ish. Now we've got to go and wash them again, I suppose, haven't we?
Yes. A big job, these buggers, cleaning these buggers.
Just the 250 miles to go.
I think we did it, didn't we? But as you say, there's still a fair stint. But we did the John O'Groats to Land's End bit. Aren't we heroic, eh?